May 3rd, 2023, a date etched in the heart of Serbia, forever stained with tragedy. The unthinkable happened. A nation awoke to the horrifying news of a school shooting in Belgrade. Shockwaves of disbelief and grief rippled through the nation and beyond. The world watched, heartbroken as the details unfolded, revealing a nightmare that no one could have imagined. The Vladislav Ribnikar Elementary School, once a symbol of learning and laughter, became a scene of unimaginable horror. It was a stark reminder that the scourge of gun violence knows no borders, respecting neither age nor innocence. The world mourned with Serbia, united in grief and grappling with the same agonizing question: how could this happen? The perpetrator, a 13-year-old student identified as Kosta Kekmanovic, walked into his school armed not with books and dreams, but with two handguns belonging to his father. This young boy, barely a teenager, unleashed a torrent of bullets, shattering the tranquility of the morning and leaving behind a trail of devastation and despair. The air, thick with the sound of gunfire, was punctuated by screams of terror. Children, teachers, and staff, trapped in a nightmare, scrambled for safety. Classrooms, once sanctuaries of learning and camaraderie, transformed into hiding places as fear gripped the hearts of the innocent. In those agonizing minutes, the world outside stood still, unaware of the horror unfolding within the school's walls. 9 innocent lives were brutally cut short that day. 8 students, their futures stolen, their potential extinguished. Among them was Dragan, a talented artist who dreamed of filling the world with color. There was also Sophia, a gifted musician whose melodies once brought joy to all who knew her, and little Emily, whose infectious laughter could light up a room. The school's beloved security guard, a man who dedicated his life to protecting these children, was also killed. He died a hero, trying to shield the students from the hail of bullets. The physical wounds will heal, but the emotional scars of that day will forever mark the survivors, their families, and a nation grappling with unimaginable loss. The immediate aftermath was a blur of sirens, tears, and disbelief. The chaos was palpable, with emergency responders working tirelessly amidst the confusion. Parents rushed to the school, their hearts pounding with a mixture of fear and desperate hope. The scene was one of frantic urgency as they searched for their children, praying for their safety. The sight that greeted them was one of utter devastation. The school grounds, once a place of learning and laughter, were now marked by tragedy and sorrow. The world watched as families were torn apart, their cries of anguish echoing the profound pain felt by an entire nation. Communities came together, offering support and solace in the face of unimaginable loss. In the wake of the tragedy, Serbia declared 3 days of national mourning. The entire country paused to honor the victims and reflect on the events that had unfolded. The Serbian flag flew at half-mast, a symbol of a nation united in grief. It was a poignant reminder of the collective sorrow and the need for healing. Memorial services were held, candles were lit, and flowers were laid at the school gates. These acts of remembrance served as a testament to the lives lost and the enduring impact on the community. Yet amidst the outpouring of grief, questions lingered. The community sought answers, grappling with the harsh reality of the situation. How could a child so young commit such an act? The innocence of youth was shattered, leaving many to ponder the deeper issues at play. What could have been done to prevent this tragedy? Discussions on safety, prevention, and the need for systemic change began to take center stage as the nation sought to ensure such a tragedy would never happen again. Section 5. The Weight of Silence, Mental Health, and the Cry for Help. The tragic events in Belgrade served as a stark reminder of the often overlooked issue of mental health in young people. Could Kosta's actions have been a desperate cry for help, a tragic manifestation of inner turmoil? The investigation revealed a deeply troubled boy who had struggled in silence, his pain unnoticed or ignored. Experts weighed in, highlighting the importance of recognizing the warning signs of mental health issues in children and adolescents. The need for open communication, early intervention, and destigmatizing mental health became painfully clear. The tragedy ignited a nationwide conversation about the importance of providing children with the support and resources they need to navigate the complexities of their emotions and experiences. Section 6, Behind Bars but Not Behind Walls, the Plight of a Child Lost. In the aftermath, Costa was taken into custody, his young face a stark contrast to the severity of his actions. Due to his age, he couldn't be held criminally responsible for his actions under Serbian law, which protects minors from adult penalties. He was placed in a psychiatric facility, his young life forever altered by the horrific act he had committed, a place where he would undergo extensive evaluation and treatment. While some demanded punishment, others saw a deeply troubled child in need of help, sparking a divide in public opinion. Costa became a symbol of the complexity surrounding youth violence, a tragic figure in a story that captivated the nation. His case highlighted the need for a nuanced approach, one that balances accountability with rehabilitation and addresses the root causes of such tragedies, such as mental health issues and societal pressures. It sparked a debate about the age of criminal responsibility and the adequacy of the juvenile justice system in addressing the needs of children who commit violent acts, pushing for reforms that could prevent future tragedies. Section 7, A Global Epidemic, When Schools Become Battlegrounds. The Belgrade school shooting was a tragedy that transcended borders, shaking the very foundation of what we consider safe spaces for our children. It served as a grim reminder of the global epidemic of school shootings, a horrifying reality that has plagued communities around the world, leaving scars that may never fully heal. From Columbine to Sandy Hook, from Parkland to Uvalde, these names have become synonymous with unimaginable loss and grief. The names of these tragedies are etched in our collective memory, serving as a constant reminder of the fragility of life and the urgent need for change. Each incident is a chilling reminder of the vulnerability of our children and the urgent need for action to protect them. These incidents, though occurring in different countries with unique social contexts, share a common thread: easy access to firearms, inadequate mental health support, and a lack of comprehensive safety measures. Additionally, a culture of violence that often glorifies aggression and diminishes empathy exacerbates the problem, making it even more challenging to address. The Belgrade shooting served as a wake-up call, a stark reminder that no community is immune to this crisis. It urges nations to confront this global crisis head-on, to prioritize the safety and well-being of their children, and to implement effective measures to prevent such tragedies in the future. Section 8, Preventing the Unthinkable, A Call for Action. In the wake of this tragedy, the call for action resonated across Serbia and beyond. The focus shifted towards preventing similar incidents from happening again. Parents, educators, policymakers, and communities at large grappled with the question, what can be done to protect our children? Some advocated for stricter gun control measures, arguing that easy access to firearms plays a significant role in fueling gun violence. Others emphasized the need for increased mental health resources in schools, providing early intervention and support to children struggling with emotional and behavioral issues. The tragedy sparked a multifaceted conversation about preventative measures, highlighting the need for a comprehensive approach that addresses both the symptoms and the root causes of youth violence. Section 9, Empowering the Vulnerable, Supporting Our Children's Mental Health. The Belgrade school shooting brought to light the critical importance of addressing mental health in young people. It served as a stark reminder that mental health is just as important as physical health and that early intervention is crucial in preventing tragedy. There was a growing consensus that schools must play a more proactive role in identifying and addressing mental health concerns among students. This includes providing access to mental health professionals, implementing programs that promote emotional well-being, and creating a culture of openness and support where students feel comfortable seeking help without stigma or judgment. Section 10, Fostering Safe Havens, Building Secure Learning Environments. The tragedy in Belgrade underscored the need for schools to be safe havens for learning and growth, free from the threat of violence. It sparked a conversation about school safety measures, both physical and procedural. Many advocated for increased security measures in schools such as metal detectors, security personnel, and controlled access to school buildings. Others emphasized the importance of fostering a positive and supportive school climate where students feel connected, respected, and valued, reducing the likelihood of violence. Section 11. Remembering the victims, honoring their memory. As Serbia continues to heal from this tragedy, it is important to remember the victims. We must honor their memory by working tirelessly to prevent such senseless acts of violence from happening again. We must remember their names, their faces, and the potential that was tragically cut short. We must remember their families and loved ones, forever scarred by this tragedy. And we must channel our grief and outrage into action, advocating for change, demanding accountability, and working together to create a world where schools are safe havens for learning, where children are free to dream, and where tragedies like the one that unfolded in Belgrade never happen again.